in the fires of open prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea. This our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place.
And may God bless our nation.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Breaking Dawn from the beautiful island of Antigua. And of course, it's Antigua and Barbuda, but we're on the island of Antigua. Maybe we'll make our way across to Barbuda sometime within the next few days. We are here, well, for 2 weeks, for 13 days, 2 of which have already gone. And, it's beautiful. I ain't lying, this is really, really stress-free. Except when you had to go into the news in Trinidad. But otherwise than that, it's stress-free. It's been a terrific weekend here so far. We had a couple of events that we covered, which we will bring to you. D-Life and another one of the staff was out last night dealing with the concert that took place, which was Mavado, Dexter Daps, some Jamaican artists now they're here. They were in the T-shirt mask as well on a truck and things like that. I think D-Life spoke to Dexter Daps briefly during while they were making their way through High Street, which is in the heart of Antigua, in like the tongue. And we're gonna get that interview for you a little bit later on, maybe tomorrow or something like that. But I gotta say, man, it's good to be back at Siboney, boy. Yeah, Siboney Hotel Resort is yeah, boy, it's a real relaxing vibes here, You could live here, No, you could live here. You're waking up to this in the background. You understand what I'm saying? The beautiful sun, well, the sand, the sea, everything in the background right here. You know what I mean? They don't want nothing else. Wow. So I tell you what, this is a terrific environment. I was actually speaking to one of the consultants here, a guy who does consultancy for Siboney, by the name of Christopher. Christopher's actually from Trinidad. So he saw me sitting in the restaurant on Saturday, and he come and he hailed me and that kind of thing, and he said, hey, we're waiting on. I said, I'm waiting on my breakfast, thing. And he explained me, his whole background and things like that. And I said, I'd have you on, because he worked like almost 2 decades in England, in the hospitality industry. And then they sent him to Antigua, and he didn't want to come here at first. He said, well, I in England, or they would send me to some little small island. He says the best thing he ever did, he said, and the way he spoke, you had to hear the man talk about it. He says such a relaxing vibe. He said, man, I could leave my house open, and I could come down here to work, and if nobody can go to my house. Things like that now. And I mentioned that because Anand Ramlogan was on a UNC platform in the consultations with the Stand Your Ground legislation, and he was speaking about that. And I just thought it'd be interesting to tie in what Christopher told me to the Stand Your Ground legislation on home invasions in Trinidad and Tobago, which you're going to hear about, because remember they're having these they're having a consultancy with the population, with the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because a lot of people have had concerns about the Stand Your Ground legislation. But I thought that Anand Ramlogan put it together perfectly and in a way that everybody can understand. It's about 8 minutes long, so we're going to get to that as soon as possible. We're going to accommodate some calls this morning, and then we're going to get to the second hour where we're going to bring you the highlights from T-shirt Mass, which was massive. And we're going to bring you the highlights from Good Morning, the Inclusive, where we were yesterday morning, all right? That Nadia Batson was one of the headliners in that concert. Really, she was the out of island headliner, so to speak, because Tian Winter was the headline act. He closed the show, but Nadia, she performed just before him, so she would have been the headliner outside of Antigua then, you know. But the carnival is shaping up great. The police seem to have things well under control, no incidents. Again, just like in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, no incidents in the carnival. We have a lot of activities to attend, a lot of fetes to bring you. We're going to be here for the Carnival Monday, the Juve, the Carnival Tuesday. I think the Carnival Monday is Kadumen. I think that's Kaduman Monday. I think so. It's yeah. We'll deal with that. We're going to be on Emancipation Day, which is Friday later on this week. We on Saturday, we on Sunday. We're bringing everything over the weekend. All right, 6 to 8. As a matter of fact, Emancipation Day will be on, I think, 6 to 10. Yeah, I think we have a 4-hour show on Friday. All right, so I tell you what. With all of that said, just to speed through some of the headline in Newsday. Emancipation Village vendors hopeful even as rain slows sales. 10 arrested for guns and ammo and drugs in South. Also, Monilal says government monitoring global energy developments. PCA stands firm on a social media page calls for director's removal. PM says UNC will not fail Trinidad and Tobago. Wreaths laid for 1990 coup, lost souls. Online gaming agents seek urgent meeting with new NLCB board. And those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. We also have some of the headlines from over the weekend. We had a youth camp, a youth empowerment camp, which was launched in San Fernando. And I think that is the brainchild of the San Fernando Municipal Police. And Khadija Amin was there with them with the youth camp. And in another headline over the weekend, I saw that a police officer was stabbed. Right, this is the youth camp that will take place in South. We also had a police officer that was stabbed in a domestic violence dispute in El Socorro. All right, this was another headline over the weekend. The cop stabbed. Yeah, cop stabbed, domestic violence, suspect killed in El Dorado. When the suspect started to stab the police had no choice but to use force, and they shot him. Rajai Ali. The other headline was with R. Ali. I just want to label, yeah, that's Rajai Ali. He is asking the court to cancel the transfer to Tetron. All right? And then we have Building 13. Yeah, all the prison action was taking place over the weekend, man. Move to isolate high-risk inmates at MSP backfires. Secrets of Building 13 revealed. And I tell you, when you read that article, some shocking developments in the prison that was taking place. And finally, I think it's the former chairman. Let me make sure I have that right here. Yeah, the ex-chairman. So in another development with the CPEP issue, attorneys for state-owned CPEP Company Limited have sent a legal warning to its former chairman, Joel Edwards, accusing him of misleading the company's board into extending hundreds of contracts worth about $1.4 billion. All right, and in a pre-action protocol letter on July 25th, attorney Jared Jagru, who is led by senior counsel Anand Ramlogan of Freedom Law Chambers, claims Edwards wrongly told the board that Cabinet had approved the extensions, which locked the company into long-term commitments until 2029. So we see now that CPAP themselves, the company, is threatening to sue the ex-chairman over the extension of those contracts, right? And it seems like the only people that holding hands and singing Kumbaya is the opposition, trying to defend those actions that took place leading up to the 2025 general election. But we're 15 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. And as we hit that mark, I want to remind you about a couple things before we get to the video with Anand Ram Logan. And one of those things is the Keolic range of products. All right, now there are several products in the Keolic range. They include the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolic Blood Pressure Health, the Keolic Cholesterol Health, the Keolic Total Heart Health, and the Keolic Circulation Health. And they're all proven to be effective in sustaining healthy levels, and all include that aged garlic extract formulation. They also have the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. So make sure and pick it up at any pharmacy or health store across the country. And for more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338 to get your hands on any product in the Keolic range. Also, Flow. I want to remind you that you can get non-stop protection with Armor Security with 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response. You and your loved ones stay protected day and night. It is Armor Security powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro Security, protection that moves to your beat. And you can visit discoverflow.co for details. All right. So with that, we're going to take a listen and go straight into the video with Anand Ram Logan speaking about the Stand Your Ground legislation and what that is going to mean. All right, a lot of people have had concerns about this legislation. Some people even said that it was targeting people of a specific ethnicity, which is totally ridiculous. All right, but Anand Ram Logan mentioned and spoke to all of that in the video that you're about to hear. So we're going to go straight to that. When we come back from that, we're going to go to the phone lines, take some calls before we get to the first break. Take it in.
Revolutionizes the law of self-defense. What it does, it eliminates the duty to retreat. So you are no longer under a duty to retreat and put yourself in a position where you feel your life under threat and you're using self-defense. You are no longer put under a duty to use self-defense as the primary response to the crime. That is no longer there if this becomes law with your support. So by eliminating and changing that duty to retreat, what is the significance of that? Firstly, it means the law will presume that you had a legal justification to use force against that person. So it completely flips the script from putting the burden of proof on the victim to prove that he acted in self-defense. No more will the victim have to prove that he acted in self-defense. Now, the law will presume that the victim acted with lawful justification. In other words, the law will say, you come in this man's house, the law will, we are asking the man no question. The law will presume that he had lawful justification to defend his life, limb, property, and family. That is the difference. It is completely, the burden of proof is completely reversed. Before, you had to prove that you act in self-defense and so on. That's no longer going to be the case. So, by presuming legal justification in favor of the innocent victim, the law will be radically changed in favor of the citizen. The citizen who is aggrieved, who is a victim of the crime, will now find themselves in a position where is a kind of immunity from prosecution. the spotlight is not going to be focused on the victim of the crime. For far too long in this country, the spotlight is focused on the victim of the crime instead of the damn bandit. What you asking the poor man inside the home after a hard day's work to prove anything for? He shouldn't have to prove anything. Ask the bandit to prove what he doing inside my house. What he doing there? I heard the former Prime Minister, what's your name again? Rowley, Dr. Rowley. I heard him say, he said this law is going to be a bad thing. Suppose a man come and take in a zabuka. Well, brother man, simple put, don't come and take Madame zabuka. What you doing there? You plant it? Instead of sending the right message to crime, to criminals, instead of being firm and tough, the population heard him talk that kind of nonsense. It is almost like they're trying to, it was governmental license and sanction to commit crime. Instead of saying that this is a good thing to protect the man who worked so hard to buy a house, fancy property, and to plant the blasted zabuka tree. That's the reality. Making excuse for criminals and offering no protection for the victim of crime. And then they come with the next stupid talk. Well, you know, they come in with mask on. You really think if you come out of your bed and you confront a bandit, and the bandit had your daughter by she neck and carrying she to rape she in the next room, you really think that before you pull the trigger or before you fire a planass, you're going to stop and say, wait. Before I shoot you, you mind taking off that mask so I can see if it's born on me? Let me see if you're Indian, or let me see if you're a red man or African like me before I shoot you now. That them fellas thinking, you know? All they could preach is race. Who in their right mind, in the heat of the moment, trembling with fear, frightened and terrified in your own home, who in their right mind will stop to think about bloody race? What you're thinking about is your life, your daughter, your wife. That is what you're thinking about. So the criticisms have absolutely no basis or justification legally, socially, or politically. None. So when they come with that kind of crap, you tell them, when somebody break in my house, I ain't had time and I don't care about his race and religion. I don't care. What I care about is you're a bloody bandit. And if I have to do anything to protect my daughter, my wife, my children, and my home, I will do it. That is the reality. So ladies and gentlemen, this stand your ground law, it presumes, the law will presume that you had a reasonable belief as to the necessity, the need for force in the context of man breaking in your house and your vehicles and your personal space and so on. And listen, you need to understand this is a major revolution in the criminal law. We have never before in Trinidad and Tobago had a law like this that puts the innocent person first. We are now, Kamla Prasad Bisesa is turning the law upside down on its head and flipping the script. Empty the clip, but this is reversing the burden altogether. So this is clearing the way for you to empty the clip and to make sure that you are given the legal protection and right to do so. Stand your ground legislation revolutionized.
All right, so we're back. Now that was Anand Ram Logan there speaking on the stand your ground legislation, which is coming, which will be debated. And we have a little rain here in Antigua. That has come down in the early morning hours. It was beautiful just a little while ago, but the rain come down. But just a slight drizzle, I could see a clearing in the distance. So it's just this one little gray cloud. This one, well, I wouldn't say gray cloud, dark cloud, that just hanging over us here where we're filming at Siboney. But we should be good. All right? So we're 26 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. It is Monday morning. It is the 28th of July. Over the weekend, well, yesterday was the anniversary of the coup, of course, the 1990 coup, July 27, 1990. And I see that there was a lot of things taking place with that as well. But we want to stick on the stand your ground legislation in this first segment here before we move on to anything else. There was an article written by Mark Bassant over the weekend in the Trinidad Express as well that spoke to a murder list that a judge and the DPP was on, and it goes in depth. If you didn't see that article, I'll give you a little taste of that article, but a little bit later on in this first hour if time permits, because in the second hour we're going straight to Antigua Carnival and give you some of the highlights of what took place over the weekend with the T-shirt mask and Good Morning The Inclusive. All right? Director boy, what do you think? Whole string? We could stay a little bit. So I'll tell you what, we're going to open the phone line 327-7400. That is 327-7400. We want to open the phone line, take some calls, get some thoughts from you, connect with you, and your understanding there on what Anand Ram Logan spoke about, and if you're comfortable with that, because the consultations are taking place throughout Trinidad and Tobago on that legislation. Morning. That's now, caller, that's now. Right, we connected, right? The caller coming through? Yeah, I connected, right? Hold on. Let's make sure we connected to the right thing, eh? Oh, yeah, we coming through this here. All right, I don't remember. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, caller, go ahead.
Understand who didn't understand and who can understand. Let they get somebody make them to understand that you don't want to have a gun to take care of yourself right now with that beautiful law, and that was never there before.
Right.
All what you said right now, you don't have to have a gun to protect yourself home. You could have a gun only when you deserve, not when you deserve a gun, when you're capable and when you're fit for having a gun. I know I was one of them too. I was a gun life and I give up that.
Okay.
It's because I tell you what a gun is. A gun is a serious weapon to have. You understand what I mean? I don't want that now. But let me tell you something. If you come by my Stefan, you will have to find a way to go out. And this is what I love the law for. The law is there for to protect Trinidad and Tobago. Have a nice day.
All right, no problem, man. Yeah. We going again. Yeah, morning, caller.
Yes, sir, good morning.
Morning.
Boy, I see some kind of ridiculous comments on Facebook. People trying to make this thing a race thing. Partner, my place fence up. You understand? You inside my yard, you try to come inside my house, whatever you get, you take wholesale, you know.
Yeah.
But you know that existing law, right? Under the Offences Against the Person Act, Section 25. Once you place fence between dusk and dawn and you home, you can set up traps by your windows and doors and thing, you know. That law in existence right now. So that anybody come in your yard and try to come through a window and we say you set up a trap with a cutlass or something to chop off the hand, the police can't do nothing.
Right.
They have a law to protect that.
Okay.
But people need to stop making this thing a race thing, because at the end of the day, according to Anand Logan, I go ask a man to take out the mask to see what is your race. Nah.
I think that's a weak counter argument. Is you know, I mean, people breaking in people's houses, crime has been, you know, it has been allowed to continue. with no consequences to action. Law-abiding citizens have remained unarmed. They don't have illegal firearms. Illegal firearms coming in and ending up in the hands of the gangs and the criminal elements. And they moving around with the illegal firearm like if it's legal. And then you catching your tail to get a legal firearm to defend yourself. So and your property and your family. So I don't see that as no credible counter argument.
No, but what about the former Prime Minister talking about if a man come to thief a Zabuka? I have a partner chop down his Zabuka tree because they moved from thieving Zabuka off the tree to taking things inside the yard, you know.
Yeah. But you said who said that? Or is he said the former Prime Minister said that? That is why he former. We going again. Morning. You see, the beautiful sunshine is back. Morning. We stood our ground, director. Yes, morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning, man.
While you're there, don't forget to visit Devil's Bridge. Have a nice history behind that.
You know, last year we were supposed to go to Devil's Bridge and we didn't get the opportunity, but I will go this year.
Yeah, have a nice history behind that.
All
Anyhow,
right.
Anand Ramlogan has finally admitted that the law was always designed to protect the criminals and not the victim. And
Thank you.
For years, those attorneys have been defending those animals and filling their pockets right up.
Yeah.
So it's nice that finally a senior counsel could come out and admit that laws were really designed and created
To protect criminals. Because that's basically what he said when he said it. He said finally the law will be designed for the victim and not the criminal.
Right. And that is an admission that I was always hoping in my lifetime that somebody would come out and say, hey, you know, hard luck for all you. And they move. But I'm happy that now people waking up, everybody coming because crime touching everybody. It touched him. So at the end of the day, it had to take something like that Vincent fiasco when they tried to set you up, and he realized, you know what? I'm a victim. So let me fix this place now.
Yeah.
Anyhow, you have an accident and enjoy your stay over in Antigua. It's
All
a
right.
lovely place.
No problem, man. Yeah, man. I'm going again. I think I'm going to take some calls. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, morning, man. Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Right. My desire for a firearm was long in waiting and still is before they come up with this thing, right? My thing is that they will exhaust the police in keeping up with this firearm act.
Right.
And I say keeping up, where you will have accidental shooting, where you will have because take for example they still bring people before the court for marijuana, yes?
If?
Yeah, for possession. They still bringing people before the court for marijuana possession.
Yes.
Right. And you know somebody, a marijuana smoker, I should do that marijuana smoker say, it will have even more so now. Because people have a tendency at taking some things when they have the liberty, they take it to the extreme.
Right.
And I am fearful that this is the same thing will go on with the firearm. Remember, you getting 5,000 to 10,000 people now who have a firearm, right? The onus is on the police, or I don't know what department they will have, to train these people to have a firearm, and that is a great responsibility on these individuals having a firearm
Right.
for self-defense in a house, right? Now there is road rages on the increase, right? I'm not saying that it is invalid in terms of self-defense in your home. You have to have a proper spread out.
Okay.
To be spread out amongst the people, the responsibility, the training, and what it means. Remember that have a flip side to it, you know?
Yeah.
When you have a firearm, you could be a target because of the firearm you have.
Exactly. Good point. Excellent point. Yeah.
The other guy, the guy there who got shot in front of his child in somewhere in the up side somewhere there, and he got shot. He was a prisoner officer, and he had a firearm on him.
Okay.
And it was no use to him.
All right. Point taken. All right. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man. No, he brought some interesting points to the table, valid points and concerns. But we'll deal with that in just a little bit. Hello. Good morning. Yeah, man.
Support this government in this stand your ground law. I think it is the name of it. What's the exact name of this?
Stand your ground legislation. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really hope it comes true. So a bandit now will think twice before he come into somebody's home, because before it was so inaccessible for the Joe public to have a licensed firearm. And now a man had to think twice before he come in that house, because he don't know if that person have a firearm to use on them. So I support this. 100%, man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man. Yeah, all right. I got to hold up here. We're going to go back to the phone line when we return. I got to take a break. We got to take a short break. We have some commitments to fulfill. As we go to the break, I want to remind you about Setwayo's Holistic Health Center, health clinic rather. So Setwayo Laborde, who will not be on in the 2 weeks that we're here in Antigua, but he'll be on when we're back in Trinidad. So Set has the Holistic Health Clinic, and it's powered by nutritional therapy. So why manage a disease when you could reverse that disease naturally? And they specialize in cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, digestive disorders, hypertension. It's drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. So you can book an appointment today to start rebuilding your health from the inside out naturally. You can call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Those are the numbers you will get set on. So make sure and call today and book that appointment. All right. Now, with that, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back from the break, we'll continue on the phone lines and get your thoughts on that stand your ground legislation as explained by Senior Counsel Anand Ramlogan. Stay tuned.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
After a fantastic show last Saturday at supper, it's now your turn for the spade to give the birdie his flowers in. Thank you, Sparrow. This Thursday, July 31st at Napa. Showtime, 6 p.m. Celebrating the birdie include Chuck Gordon, Rodney McIntosh, Devon Seal, KB Charles, Zachary Ransom, Terry Lyons, Pink Panther, Oscar B, College Boy Jesse, and Luta to say thank you, Sparrow. All happening on this Thursday, July 31st at Napa. Showtime, 6 p.m. Your host is the Blinger himself, Sonny Bling. Tickets going fast, so get yours now.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, Sparrow.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weather Master Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and its crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw material.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh G. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh G. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh G at +1 86838438844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47 Lot 6 Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47 Lot 6 Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
All right, so we're back, people, and you can see people out in the background early this morning. Go and take a little salt, a little dip in the salt. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's what I said. Who knows? We might take a dip in the salt before we head out today. You know what I mean? Right after the show, straight into the water. Who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen here, you know. It's Antigua weird, you know. Nice, man. So, I gotta say, boy, the people beautiful, the vibes nice. You know, very courteous, very hospitable. And I tell you, this whole beach. Yeah, this whole beach here. That's another, all right, so that's further down. That's that direction there, right? Yeah. Now that whole beach there, This beachfront is running in front of Sandals. So there's a Sandals hotel. I think it's Sandals, right? Yeah. Right next to us. It's either further down there or, yeah, further down. So there's a Sandals right next to us. I think it's a Sandals Grand. That's what my boy Johnny was telling us, right? Big up Johnny, man, the driver. Yeah. So it's a Sandals Grand. But there are signs here that you will notice it's saying all beaches in Antigua are public beaches. So no mind if the beach is part of the hotel waterfront area, it is for the public. So there are no restrictions on who could swim where and who could bathe where. All beaches are public beaches. All right. I want to go back to the phone line here. We're talking about the Stand Your Ground legislation as explained by Senior Counsel Anand Ramlogan. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
I see you enjoying yourself.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm out in the sun today, so I get some vitamin D3. So I might sweat a little bit, but I nothing. Yeah.
Only chef missing.
Well, yeah, boy.
No, the Stand Your Ground law is explained by Mr. Anand Ramlogan. So nice.
Yeah.
It's a bit confusing. Because Saddam Hussein say you can't stand up in your gallery and shoot a man in your zabuka tree. And Kyle Taklal Singh say if you don't get a gun, you can't put up no trap in your house.
Right.
Because the threat is not imminent. So you have to wait when the bandit come in the house, fire a few shots and he miss, tell him go back outside, and then set up a trap. And then tell him come back in. So it has several things confusing and it's sounding right. And based on different lawyers' explanation, it's sounding bad. But what Anand Ramlogan saying is how I want to be. Send a clear message to the criminals outside, don't enter my yard, don't enter my premises.
Yeah.
And that way, I will feel safer. So it allows me the opportunity, not just to defend myself, but to go on the attack once you inside of my property.
All right.
The only bad thing about this now, it forces me not to think like a criminal, which is something against my normal mindset.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Okay.
You understand? And then there are several other issues. When I go to the consultation, I've raised them already. But at the same time, people have to understand we need to get clarification based on these legal minds as to whether Anand Ramlogan's interpretation of this is correct. Because I like you.
Okay. No problem.
So we are looking from that perspective. But enjoy yourself, man. The beach looking nice.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, man. We actually took our salt yesterday. And I tell you about the water warm. Because when Chris was here last time, he didn't get to bathe there. I said, Chris, we had to go and take our salt. That was about minutes of 5 yesterday. Because we came back from the all-inclusive fete. And I tell you, just walking the water warm, boy. It ain't like you jump it. Oh, God, that water cold like when you go Maracas. Nah. The water nice and warm. Morning.
Hello, Stefan. Good morning.
Morning, my dear. Morning. How are you?
Yes. I want to believe that you are in slippers and short pants over there.
You want to believe I'm in slippers and short pants?
That is the life, Stefan.
Well, that's how it is, Wrong here, it's just short pants and slippers, That's how we roll.
Yeah. So you ain't enjoying it? You're enjoying it?
But of course, stress-free, You're waking up to this every morning, How you could go wrong?
I know, yes.
Right?
Right. I'm happy for you, man. Very happy. So, relative to the Stand Your Ground laws, right? Well, Anand Ramlogan is a luminary in the field.
Right.
And he took the time to explain it. I guess most people understand because the reality of it was, or is, it still is, that if you would have, tried to protect yourself and your family, while someone would have broken in to your house, you would have gone to make the report and you become the accused, A lot of times it was a lot of it has to do, it's the same thing, like a police,
Yeah.
Shoot someone, you still have to explain, well, the laws, self-defense and so on and so on. I'm not sure about what the other guy said in relation to the offense under the Persons Act, because I remember there was a case in Marbella where a woman would have trespassed.
Okay.
And her hand was broken off by some kind of trap gun thing. And he was questioning, so I believe that was settled privately. So now Anand has explained it, but you know what's going to be the backlash again with Anand and Ramdeen and all of them? It's going to be crazy. But
If it has been explained and once it is supported by the citizens, we'll be good to go.
Okay.
You take care.
All right, will
Enjoy,
do.
man.
Thanks.
Yes.
Nice. I'm going again here. Let me take another one here. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning, yep.
You know, stand your ground laws I think it's just about half of the states in America that really sign on to stand your ground laws.
Mm.
That is one. When I heard the former AG saying to bring back my visa, because and that kind of stuff, I don't know if you know that United States of America wholly and solely has not bought into stand your ground laws.
Uh-huh.
One of the cases, there's a gentleman that run down a
That'll fall, the
little
money caller.
fella.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a gentleman who run down a little fella and kill him. And he was acquitted because he used stand your ground laws in the court. And it caused a big upheaval in America because it was a racist killing that the man run down the little fella unarmed. And he claimed that, hey, this and that, and he used stand your ground laws and was acquitted. A lot of civil rights people in America do not back that stand your ground law. So I really hope that it serves Trinidad correctly when they sit down to really make this thing something that is good.
Right.
And he calling for people to give away the visa if they're going. People going to America in states that does not have that. So they have to be careful that they don't gaslight the public into believing that the whole of America, and America is not no standard. They have countries that have stand your ground laws and a lot of violence going on in them states. A lot of violence, a lot of killings, and they have stand your ground laws.
Okay.
So it's not a silver bullet. It's not no super cure for crime. It's something, if we want to use it, and if the public want to go with it, well, that's where it is. But beware that it's not a perfect system either.
Correct.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So I gotta get ready to go to the next break and close off this hour. Listen, I listened to everybody. The last caller, there was one before with some concerns as well, and a couple others with some concerns. So we must understand this. No law is perfect. We could agree on that. Nothing is perfect in life on the whole. We are in Antigua. We have a beautiful backdrop. We have the beautiful blue ocean in the background with the white sand. We have the Siboney Hotel, and it's always my tongue does get tired with it there. Siboney Hotel that we're staying at here in Antigua, right? But still, within all the beauty of the place and everything, nothing is perfect. For instance, like when we come on, throw the bottle for me. Throw the can. No, the can. Just toss that can there for me. Right. So we under some insect repellent this morning. All right? Because while we're in a beautiful setting and in a relaxing setting, and everything about it just seems and appears to be perfect, we under the gun with some insect repellent that I had to spray on this morning because you're getting little insects and things, you know what I mean? So nothing is perfect. We could always admit that, right? Nice. It's the same with the stand your ground legislation. The legislation is meant to give you a fighting chance in the event you are under attack from a criminal or criminals enter your home, or whatever the case is, right? Or, you're confronted by criminals with illegal firearms. You have a fighting chance to defend yourself, your family, your property, etc., etc., etc. That's all it is. It is not the be-all and end-all of crime. And the government must know that and recognize that this has to come with other things to support it, right? Consequences to actions is the biggest problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago. Consequences to actions. I'll draw a point very quickly. We have fellas who say no in jail, who was watching, and one of them had a 65-inch television in the jail. We have, just coincidentally, we asked for a television here to use as a monitor. They gave us a 65-inch. Right? I will forward a picture. No, I don't have it on this phone. I took a picture with our 65-inch television in a standing position next to the life, because the life taller than me, right? And I should tell you how big, and that would have given you an example. If you don't know, if you never see a 65-inch or you never had one in your house, how big a 65-inch television is, right? So we have fellas who make in jail, watching TV, ordering food outside. You understand what I'm saying? In one of the articles this morning with the secrets of Building 13, you're hearing about a prison officer who was assassinated because they put out a hit on him because he didn't want to bring some wild meat into the prison for them to make a cook. Listen, if we have to have an impact on crime, then there has to be stern consequences to actions to go along with stand your ground legislation and all these things. To the caller that had the concerns with road rage, that's a valid point. We live in a population that's highly frustrated, stressed out, and you're going to encounter situations where road rage is a thing. You wouldn't like a man to end up in a situation like that and pull a firearm and kill a man because of some traffic incident, right? And road rage get the better of him or her. So we wouldn't want to see those things happening. There will be consequences to those things, of course. But I think all the concerns, we might want to dismiss it as noise or whatever, coming from maybe the opposition or whatever. But there are some valid concerns inside of there. On the issue of ethnicity and race, just toss that in the dustbin and put it right there where it belongs. And don't entertain any of that conversation. All right? But we must recognize that there are valid concerns. All right? So every concern that I think that people raise this morning is a valid concern. But understand, nothing is perfect. There has to be supporting legislation to deal with crime holistically. All right? And we're going to get there eventually. This is just one part of the puzzle in dealing or putting a dent in the crime situation. So step by step, we're going to get there. All right? In the meantime, just before we go to the break, I want to let you all know. Keep that right there. Bring back that from here, but give me the massage therapy. So if you... have you ever considered a lucrative career in massage therapy or cosmetology? And if you have, well, call the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited, and they are now enrolling for September 2025. You could WhatsApp them on 4961111. You can learn from the experts of 40 years in the field, train for a job in the fast-growing industry in the world, and they are registered with the Ministry of Education and the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago, and they also offer a gate-funded program. So call now on 658-3907 or WhatsApp them on 4961111. You can also visit their website, www.ttcollegeofmassage.com. All right, and that's where we put you as we wrap up this hour at 6:59 going on to 7 o'clock. And when we return, we're going to give you some of the highlights of Antigua Carnival, some of the things that we, the T-shirt mask and the Good Morning, the Inclusive, a breakfast fed that we were at yesterday morning. And I tell you, this son, if I had to lose weight, I go lose weight this morning, you know. Like I in a sauna here this morning. I ain't complaining, eh? I ain't complaining. I'm glad for the sun. Right? It will help with the immune system and all of that, right? And my resistance and thing, right? But I had to say, boy, oh, good boy, director, boy, you picked the spot. I feel it getting back at me for something I do over the weekend, you know. This is payback. All right? We had a big up the GM. GM, I know we ain't called you since we land. We waiting to use that phone right there. All right? We call it your old school style. All right? You get a call, don't frighten. We know. We had a touch base. All right, so I tell you what, we're going to take our break. When we come back, Antigua Carnival, before we get to Eden Heights, Dr. Thompson and Dr. Navarro, we're going to get to some of the highlights of Antigua Carnival. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up after this.
Ladies,
The bass is dropping, the energy is rising, and Carnival City is about to come alive. On Thursday, July 31st, Carnival City will become one big party for Caribbean Melting Pot. Let's get it started. From Antigua, our future stars, Psycho, Soca Villain, Island Prince, Young Lyrics, G-Eve, Empress, Young Vice, and Kid Fresh, backed by the electrifying Caution Band. Feel the energy of our Soca diva, Claudette Peters. While Tian Winter will be bringing the heat.
Welcome to Antigua.
The energetic Skinny Fabulous and Triple K. And for the first time in Antigua, Full Blown.
I in a good spirit.
And from Trinidad, it's the long-awaited return of the monk himself. Double M, Marshall Montano.
When my team touched down, everything get wild.
Limited general advance tickets are just $100. House of Vibes drinks inclusive advance tickets are $350. More at the gate. Tickets on sale now on the ticketing app. More information coming soon.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results that open minds. It's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality unbleached bromate free all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. We're just about 6 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock on the beautiful island of Antigua and Barbuda. And the water getting bluer in the background, man. We got a little ease up from the sun now, boy. You know, a cloud finally come and cover the sun when we was on the break now. And now, like the cloud go down move because it see me sit down here and it mean, yeah, boys. Right, Stefan come back, heat in the place, no back. All right? So I tell you what, we were out at some of the events, well, just a couple that took place, right? T-shirt Mass is the launch of Carnival, basically. All right? It's the first event or the event that kicks off Carnival or Carnival Week. And I got to say, we were out there and, man, it was massive. So we're going to take you to what we have. We're going to show you what it was all about. We'll come back and chat about it a little bit before we take it to Good Morning, the Inclusive. So, Director, give me the T-shirt mask now. Antigua, bringing you all the action live. All right, people, so welcome to Antigua Carnival 2025. Right now, today is T-shirt Mass. As you see in the background, I see people coming through with a T-shirt. One of the many bands that are going to be passing along the stretch here and Breaking Dawn. We on the ground in Antigua, bringing you all the action live as it happens. So, let me take in some of the highlights of T-shirt Mass.
Welcome to Antigua Mass. Them people have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mass. Clear out how you know it's danger. How you know it's danger. When it comes to mass, it was deadly. How we turn up. Love Carnival so badly. Can't get enough. Welcome to Antigua Mass. These people have no behavior. They have no behavior. Them can't hold we back when the iron man push out. Rhythm in your soul, something I can't live without. What a sweat out. Waistline belting out, y'all them with them head down south, but the sign. Everybody dance to the rhythm and pull up our vibes up to the sky. We are wave all day, yeah. And when we reach by the streets, by the market, we hear them say, welcome to Antigua Mass. These people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mass. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to mass, it was deadly.
So we on High Street in the heart of the action, and I tell you what, we started at the top. We in the heart of it now. This is where all the bands pass. Thousands of people line the street, whether they're in a band on the side of the road.
Chatterbox no pass it, right? Chatterbox are one of the maddest bands on the road, right?
Nice.
Look out for Chatterbox, yeah?
Chatterbox, yeah.
We're coming.
Nice. So Chatterbox, one of the baddest band on the road, along with Barefoot and other bands. I tell you what, T-shirt Mass in Antigua. is a different vibes. It have a vibes of its own. The vibes right up. It can't done. They're going into the hours of the night. We already there. We started in the day, in the light, and now, well, let's see what's going on. We in the night, on High Street. If you're coming to Antigua 2025, or not, well, 2025 over, you can't make t-shirt mass again. But when you're coming to Antigua in the future, make sure and book your ticket and do not miss t-shirt mass. Breaking down. We go lime a little bit now. We ain't going home yet. Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun. It's like how I can describe it, boy. It's like a Carnival Monday. With Monday wear, but it's not Carnival Monday. It's the week before, right? So when you're coming into Antigua for Carnival, you gotta come a week before the Carnival weekend. So right now we're in the week leading up to the Carnival weekend. But over this weekend here, t-shirt mass took place. And I tell you what, people were out there, you know, thousands of people, boy. Thousands of people. When we reached down in the town, because we started, the first shot that you saw there with all this, like the little Moko Jumbies and stuff with the children, and this band coming on in white, and the little choreography done there by some of the masqueraders on the road. It was well choreographed presentation. This was at the start. This was on Queen Elizabeth Highway, right? And from Queen Elizabeth Highway, they head down to High Street. Right, they have their route and everything chart out for them. They go down to High Street, and by the time you reach on in High Street, it's dark. Right, it's like Juve morning or a Monday night mass kind of vibe. And everybody have on the t-shirt and different bands and so on and so forth. And some of these bands are very big, eh? They're really big, eh? What was the band, boy? Barefoot. Barefoot was one of the big ones, and then it had one called Mist. It was Mist. I think so, D-Life would I remember the names proper, But you had like Burning Flames were part of a band as well. They have a lot of young people with them, boy, Burning Flames. Like, I would have thought that Burning Flames would have had the more mature people because they are around so long. But their longevity has always has come with a somewhat how I can put it, boy. They've managed to keep so relevant that they have a lot of they are the band for the young people. A lot of young people was with Burning Flames, right? Which I thought would have been the more mature people band, and I thought more like Triple K would have been like the young people band, but it's actually the reverse. Triple K does attract more the mature people. Burning Flames, they have majority of the young people with them. So they've managed, and it's 40 years. I must mention that this year marks 40 years that Burning Flames has been around. Yeah, 40 years. That ain't no easy feat. When you think of bands like Traffic and Atlantic and Blue Ventures and Ecstatic and all of them, very few bands last that long. All right, 40 years, four decades. So that was T-shirt mass. I like my boy. My boy he just jumping, man. He just jumping. Yeah, but it was a good vibes. Everybody just had a good spirit about them, and it's just fun, and everybody just having their fun and enjoying themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody with no screw face, no ting face, no nothing. Everybody smiling. Everybody having a drink. It actually had a guy. You know that footage, the fellow who kept out real early. Who had that, boy? D-Life. I think D-Life have that. We will get that from him tomorrow. We will kind of show that. It had a fellow, boy. Here now. When this band was passing here, after this band passed, it had a little gap for the other bands because that's the route, right? But we noticed, we was on the hill, and we noticed a group of fellas now, and one of them, the man knocked out. He knocked out. Right? They tried to resuscitate him, all kind of thing. Is drunk, eh? He knocked out. But he had some real good brethren with him. You understand what I'm saying? Them fellas lift him up and tote him and carry him wherever they had to carry him and put him down, and then they went back and play mass. All right, so that was T-shirt mass. That was on Saturday. Yesterday, we had to be up a bit early. We had a breakfast fete called Good Morning the Inclusive. So this is, now we have another breakfast fete, which is the breakfast fete. Breakfast fete 268, and that is the Carnival Sunday. So that is Sunday coming. That is Doc Fete. We had a big up Doc. Baba, what's going on? Morning. All right, so we're going to take it to Good Morning the Inclusive. You're going to see we had performances by Ray, Full Blown, Claudette Peters, the Queen of Antigua, and did I say Full Blown? Full Blown was here. Nadia Batson, Tian Winter, taking Good Morning the Inclusive. Yes, people, Synergy TV breaking dawn. We out and bad in the People Fete. This is Good Morning the Inclusive, one of the premier all-inclusive fetes at Antigua Carnival. And of course, we're going to bring you the vibes of Good Morning. I understand Nadia Batson is the headliner. We actually flew in with Nadia on our flight. So, we will see what Good Morning is all about. It's a beautiful morning at Antigua. I tell you, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take a drink. So, good morning to you from all of us here in Antigua Carnival 2025. Let's go.
So don't hold me down, don't fight me down, yeah, yeah, yeah. My friend and them couldn't tell you about me. Good people, it's good people. We only want love and we so good, yeah, yeah.
Good morning!
So Good Morning is what it's all about.
Antigua, massive, Bartlett Village, yes!
That's the vibes here at Good Morning, everybody friendly in Antigua. And I tell you what, we're standing in front of authentic Trini doubles, that's right. So right in the back here, you have authentic Trini doubles. And when they come to Good Morning, they're going to get several different types of cuisine. From the doubles to the bacon shack. Then you have Dominican cuisine, as well as Jamaican cuisine, including the jerk pork, the jerk chicken, etc., etc. So many different types of cuisine available here at Good Morning, and the vibes right up, artists performing, live band performances, and everybody having a time. I love the layout, the decor on point. It's gonna be a terrific morning. I'm gonna get a drink.
You know if it's rum or the soak and the music, the good party vibe. You know if it's a liquor, we bring it out my inner child. But this is the best I've felt in a while. This is the best I've felt in a while. Maybe it's my company. Cause we they get everything that the promoter promised me. The party swinging like it's 2003. Everybody they in a zone, rocking back and holding their own. And I don't know if it's a rum or the soak and the music, the good party vibe. Don't know if it's a liquor, we bring it out my inner child. But this is the best I've felt in a while. This is the best I've felt in a while.
All right, people, so nice it for us at Good Morning the Inclusive. I tell you what, the vibes was right up. We had Ray, the Queen Antigua, Claudette Peters. We had Full Blown. We had Nadia Batson. We had Tian Winter. You had anything you wanted to drink, anything you wanted to eat. The vibes right up. We will see you at Good Morning the Inclusive in 2026. Nice it for breaking dawn. I tell you what, they ain't going home. Hey, we back. All right, nice man. No, I was watching it delayed there. I was on, I was on the YouTube here. I was watching somebody comments. I realized to come back in. All right, so yeah, we back. No, I was taking in the video now, right? But delayed on YouTube by some seconds, yeah. But that was breakfast. Good Morning the Inclusive. That was Good Morning the Inclusive. I like you too bad, you know. I didn't even got 3, 2, 1. Serious? Idea, because I was real into the vibes, the setup, the layout. You know, I was watching you really do a good job, you know. I tell you, you really do a good work with the edit, you know. I'm watching it still here. You know, I just glanced at doctor. But yeah, Good Morning the Inclusive. It was a good vibes. Boy, I had about 3 ice cream. But in my defense with the ice cream situation, I was hoping when I went to get the ice cream that Chris would have show up and catch me eating ice cream. So when I reached the first time and I didn't see him pop in, I decided to go back a second time to give him a second opportunity to show up. And then I didn't see him and I decided to go back a third time to give him, a third opportunity to show up. And when I realized that didn't happen, I said, look, let me go and look for him. Now, it was creamy ice cream. I had a pistachio, Neapolitan, and I had a, yes, I'll go there and take the same thing. Neapolitan, pistachio, and a cookies and cream. Yeah, man, it was good vibes. But the sun was hot, boy. Oh, good. I don't know how did this fat that heat, you know. I can't, that's why I don't like, no, I like, you see, morning fat for me. Now, these are more uptown, dress up, inclusive. But you see, for me, that's why I always tell all you. If I go in morning fat and the sun going on, and I know the sun going on, make sure it has water in that fat. And I ain't talking about water to drink, water to wet me down. That's how I like it, right? That's my kind of vibration. Good? So, those are two, and oh yeah, the Trinidad flag, man, boy, he and everything, boy. You have a brother over here waving the Trinidad and Tobago flag. He hailed me twice. In the t-shirt mask, he had the flag running through the band and then whatever band he was playing with. And he had the flag on, representing Trinidad and Tobago. And in Good Morning as well, he was there as well. So there are many events to come. We also will be on the island, going to different places. We have a little interview to do in a little bit with a youth band. I had a big up Vincent Rivers this morning. Morning, Vincent. Vincent have a nice youth band on them. I think they have won a few of the competitions here in Antigua as well. And they're on the up. And the nice thing with this band is that, or why the youth band is important, is that everything up the islands, right? You will see it in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You will see it here in Antigua as well. They give the young people the front, right? So they push them to the front, and the elders just go to the background, and they just let them shine. They just give it to them. They just hand it over. Succession planning like you've never seen. You're going to see that in the panorama, which will take place on the weekend, where the vast majority of members of these bands are youths, right? It's no mature adults. Just a couple of them are wrong, but is the vast majority, 95% of the band is youths, right? And I think I explained that last year with how they hand over the reins, so to speak, to the young people, and they let them run with it, all right? So terrific vibe so far, terrific kickoff to the Carnival week here in Antigua and Barbuda. We had authentic Trini doubles. I didn't get a chance to taste the doubles because the line was long. The life went and he didn't get through. The line was long. Bacon Shack, I didn't even get a chance to take the line was long. Right? And then when the Jamaican jerk and all these other things were available. But to tell you the truth, I had my breakfast here at the hotel. So my belly was full. The omelette station, there was an omelette station. You could get omelettes of different kinds there. Different types of omelettes. Everything cooked on the spot. The Good Morning, the Inclusive was really a really good, well put together event. Carib was represented. Who else it had? They had the vodka station, Stoli, my kind of vodka. And just to let you all know, I am a Stoli guy, right? I think I'm one of the few people in Trinidad and Tobago that know about Stoli or Stolichnaya vodka, right? Stoli is one of the smoothest vodkas you will drink, no hangover, nothing at all. I prefer that over Absolute everything. Stoli. All right. The Tito's good too. Tito's real popular up the islands too. You know, nearly everywhere you go, you'll see Tito's. You know, certain brands now. And then there are certain brands that you will see that we don't get in Trinidad and Tobago as well. So that's how it is. All right, so we're 24 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. We got Eden Heights coming up after the break. And we're going to chat with Eden Heights Clinic in just a little bit. Just now, hold on. But before we do that, and we get to Eden Heights Clinic, I want to remind you about Chef Shiraz and the Culinary Academy. Chef has several courses. Some of them have already passed. That would have been the food restaurant and catering workshop. That's done. But in August, all right, in August, he has the summer kids cooking classes from the 4th to the 6th of August. In July, the certificate in culinary arts, that began over the weekend on Saturday. But there are 2 other courses on the 9th of August, and that is the baking and pastry and the creative international cuisine. You could contact Chef Shiraz now on 372-4639 or 737-5097, and you could contact him at Ramsing's Plaza you could contact him or WhatsApp him on those numbers. The courses will take place at Ramsing Plaza in Chaguanas, so make sure and get yourself registered today. Flow, that's right. Got to remind you about Flow, protection that moves to your beat, people. Stay protected with Armor Security, and sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. It's Armor Security powered by Flow, backed by All Pro. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. And finally, as we prepare to go to the break, Eden Heights, because they're coming up after the break. Yeah, man. So we got to remind you about Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments. This includes prolozone therapy, halotherapy, nutritional programs, weight loss programs, colon hydrotherapy, oxygen baths, and more. And consultation services also available at Eden Heights Clinic. All right, and you could visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trin City, Chaguanas, or Tobago. And you can give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. So, with that said, we take the break. When we come back, we'll hear from Dr. Navarro and Dr. Thompson from Eden Heights Clinic. Stay tuned.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw materials.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
After a fantastic show last Saturday at supper, it's now your turn for the Spain to give the birdie his flowers in. Thank you, Sparrow. This Thursday, July 31st at Napa. Showtime, 6 p.m. Celebrating the birdie include Chuck Gordon, Rodney McIntosh, Devon Seal, KB Charles, Zachary Ransom, Terry Lyons, Pink Panther, Oscar B, College Boy Jesse, and Luta to say thank you, Sparrow. All happening on this Thursday, July 31st at Napa. Showtime, 6 p.m. Your host is the Blinger himself, Sonny Bling. Tickets going fast, so get yours now.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, Sparrow.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1-868-384-3844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, people, so we're back, and as we return, of course, it is Monday morning, and we're 7:34. So for the next 15 minutes, we're going to be joined by Dr. Navarro and Dr. Thompson, who are with us via Zoom, and they represent, of course, Ignite's Clinic. We're going to be talking about osteoarthritis. That's right. Let's get to them. Bring them in, man. So morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Nice.
Hi, morning.
Right, so who's starting this morning?
Well, we always let we will let the young ones start, and then I will come in after.
All right, no problem. So Thompson, the ball in your court.
All right. Well, morning to everyone. Of course, we're in Tobago. Well, I am in Tobago. right? And well, of course, as you can see, Stefan in a nice place there as well.
Oh, yes.
Lovely
He
place,
enjoys
boy. Oh
himself.
gosh, boy.
Yes.
How the world has changed.
Huh?
You in Tobago, I in Antigua,
Lovely
Dr.
place.
Navarro, like he don't go nowhere, so he in Trinidad. So yeah, it look like Thompson's do all the traveling. So where you go do?
Yes, 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 yes.
Somebody
We
had to
doing
hold down the
all
fort,
the
you know.
enjoyment.
Somebody had to hold down the fort.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
so
Well, yeah. So this morning, of course, we're going to talk about osteoarthritis. Right. Many persons, when I tell you many persons, actually suffer from this particular condition. We'll get into it. We'll do a little breakdown of it, and then we'll get into a particular treatment that we actually do at the clinic, which works excellent for that, for either knees or back or hip, well, you name it. All right. So this is actually the degenerative condition of the arthritis. You have what you call traumatic arthritis, as if a person actually gets like, they had a fall, they trip, they fall, they get a little sprain in the ankle, or basically the bones is hurting. That's traumatic, right? So it happens sudden. And then you have basically the degenerative arthritis, where the cartilage itself is actually wearing out, or sometimes it's gone completely. All right, that's the osteoarthritic changes that some persons will actually go. So the first thing actually persons who would like to know if they have that condition, they will do like an X-ray. An X-ray will either pick up, let's say, the knees, the back, the hip. All right. Of course, CT scans can pick up that as well too. So those are generally the two tests. Some person will actually do MRI to check even further into the soft tissue as well. So these different tests can actually pick up if there's any like conditions leading on to that. Now, of course, we try to do the X-rays for persons. Of course, we don't do it at the clinic itself. Right? We send persons to get it done. It's not something that you do too often, of course, because this radiation a person actually gets. But that's the only way they will know for themselves what they're actually seeing, in particular with the bones itself. That's the only way they will know, unless they have the knowledge of signs and symptoms they're looking out for, the cracking of the bones, the cracking of the bones. So sometimes they'll actually get that, but still, they still have to go and check to see what's really going on. All right. We do have persons who actually suffer with this particular problem, where they come in and the knee is bone on bone, literally bone on bone, where it's actually rubbing. Right, those are persons that sometimes actually go off to do things like surgery for the knee. There are persons who are not able to do that because they may have a heart that is not functioning properly, and they have to be really, really careful of actually doing surgeries. So we do have at the clinic a particular treatment that we do, which is called prolozone. Prolozone is actually excellent for those type of conditions. Either you could have maybe pain in the hip, you could have it in the knees, all right, sometimes in the ankle as well, or even in the lower back. A lot of persons actually develop lower back pains over a period of years because of lifting heavy equipments, not bending properly. And then, of course, there are certain causes to the arthritis or to the wear and tear. The first thing is sugar. When we talk about sugar, you have to break it down for persons, because there's refined sugars, which is the main thing we talk about when it comes to the cause of the problem. Then there's, of course, the sugars that will come from your fruits. They will come from also complex carbohydrates. Those are actually good sugars that the body actually uses, to get energy within the system. All right. Despite what persons say, if you look at athletes, most of the time athletes will be using either the yam, the dashing, the sweet potatoes, and of course, once you do fruits, once you don't blend it, if you actually sit down and eat it slowly, sugars actually get into the body very slowly because of the fiber that actually comes into the system. Right. So fiber is actually a key component when it comes to sugar. But when we talk about sugar, we're talking about the brown sugar, the white sugar, the ice cream, milks, and let's say the things like the condensed milk. All of those things tend to cause, or let's say be linked to arthritis. Many a times we're actually looking for the cause of a problem when the risk factor itself can actually be the cause into that. So I always tell persons to think intelligently of what could be causing that. We tend to blame genes for a lot of things, but genes is like a loaded gun. Lifestyle is what actually pulls that trigger. All right. So there are many known causes, and they were actually looking at some of them in research. So what we're talking about today is the degenerative condition, and prolozone is excellent actually for that. Of course, for persons again, we're in Tobago. We're here today, right? The 28th and the 29th. Right, you can actually also go into electricity and sugarness as well. There were actually a lot of persons asking questions on WhatsApp about knee issues and back issues as well too. So we're gonna maybe bring in Dr. Navarro. This is not an old people's disease, Stefan. Young persons actually do get this condition as well, and it could actually get interest into why young persons actually do develop these conditions as well. All right, so Dr. Navarro could take it away now.
Yeah, Doc. Initially, I would have thought is when you reach a certain age, you know.
The agave, or they're using other sweeteners to make it, and I mean, homemade for yourself, and you're making it with 2-3 ingredients, and when I tell you, it's tasting good. So there are a lot of good things you could use without not to have to use the dairy and stuff. But anyway, also the prolozone also works for torn ligaments. Athletes, I mean, a lot of athletes, and I want to say this too, because a lot of people don't realize that when they get an injury or they tear a ligament or muscle, one of the things that ends their career is that it doesn't heal properly because it heals with scarring. Now, scarring is something that prolozone prevents, and it actually makes the muscle stronger. I've seen many people, but you see, the scarring now, for instance, you leave a scar, the muscle heal, and all of a sudden, I just say a footballer, hamstring, for instance. He had a sprint, all of a sudden, fast for a ball. Boop it there again, and that's back again. You understand? And this is sometimes something that can end an athlete's career. You understand? Prolozone fixes that problem. It's not for pain. Many people say, well, doctor, how much more injections I have to use? No, it is to regenerate the muscle or the spine. It stops. But of course, what you want to use, and I always do, is a good, proper diet with the injections. I don't just do injections because the patient usually doesn't know is that what caused him to get that injury or degeneration is that his diet was poor, unfortunately. And sugar comes from all sources. And of course, as the Thompson said, fruit sugar, once you eat it slowly, it just doesn't hit the system, boom. You understand? And of course, the amount of diabetics we have, they should be using sugar as a source of energy. You understand? Fruits and small things. But anyway, but that's not the point. The point is, I usually, when they come to me, anything, let me say this, the joints, x-rays are fine. But when I'm dealing with the spine, you see spine, the neck, the thoracic area, and the lower lumbar spine, I use a non-contrast CT spine, a CT scan, so that I can see exactly where the degeneration, herniated disc, bulging disc, where when you look at it, the see the disc height is you can actually see it's degenerating. All right, and it works so well for all these conditions. So what we do is actually literally take them off all the foods that's creating more problems, and start doing the injections. It's not a quick fix, because some people have to take 4, 5, 6 injections, 7 injections before they start feeling the difference. So, excuse me.
But that's for the osteoarthritis, right? That's same treatment for that, right? And let me ask you something. I don't know if Dr. Thompson touched on it. I can't remember if he did, because he spoke about a lot of other things here. But I just pull it up now, and I'm seeing here that if you're assigned female at birth, you're born a female, that you're more likely to develop osteoarthritis?
Sorry?
I'm seeing here where osteoarthritis is concerned, they're saying that you're more likely to get it or to suffer with it, or it's more likely to develop if you are a female.
Okay. That one is due to hormones.
Yeah,
The hormone
estrogen.
estrogen. Estrogen actually plays a role in preventing osteoarthritic changes. That's why if the estrogen drops really low, they end up with that particular problem. Look at all those women as they reach a certain age. All right, they reach in let's say the 50s.
Yeah.
Most of them are diagnosed with osteoporosis or osteoarthritis.
And that's also, estrogen is also a key factor in menopause, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Foods like dairy, soybean oil. Okay. They contain a lot of estrogen, or soya products. So you have to know the foods that you take them off, so you know that you don't produce, and that also produces more fibroids, polycystic ovaries, and all those things as well. So they need to come off that, right?
Okay.
But the bottom line is the injections work very well. They are not steroids and they're not cortisone, because cortisone and steroids, if you have to take a course of that, there's side effects, serious side effects. People come in the office, say, "Doc, I gained 20 pounds. 20 pounds because I had to do steroids or I have to take the tablets," especially RA patients. They are on dangerous drugs called methotrexate. And the nice thing about it is that along with the intravenous ozone, the injections work real good to regenerate the joint, especially knees, their knees. They have a lot of problem with knees, their ankles, or their shoulders, but most of them is knees. And when you do ozone is the only protocol that I know that actually reverses RA or any type of autoimmune disease. Right? You get in the early stages, you can actually put it into remission, and you can actually do the polozone injections in the joints to regenerate the joints before the cartilage is all gone. Understand?
Okay.
And that is the benefit of prolozone therapy. Athletes who have injuries, torn ligament. Now, if you have a torn ACL, it could fix that.
Right.
Okay. Now, if muscle is completely detached, well, that's surgery.
Okay.
Because there's a young lady in the gym who she's a trainer, and she limping. I see her limping. I say, "What happened to your girl?" She totally detached her ACL.
Wow.
Totally did. So you have to go back and stitch that back.
Yeah.
Or if a muscle rupture or detach, that's a whole different thing. But if you have a rib torn bicep or shoulder, any type of injury, the polozone works really good to regenerate that, or the joints, any injuries, spot injuries, or your normal osteoarthritis.
Okay.
As I say, good diet, treatment, and then we have the supplements to back it up, so to speed up the healing process. And one of the things that I use in Chaguanas is glutathione. When you're using glutathione will boost all the other supplements.
All right.
All right, up to nearly 70%.
Okay.
So I use the glutathione. They have the booster, and they have another one, which is we call it the Starship box. That's the best, and they use the combination of both, and that works real good in terms of boosting whatever supplements you're using.
Okay. All right. So guys, we're out of time, but I know Thompson's in Tobago. Thompson, any information final with Tobago that you want to just give real quickly?
I just want to let them know that we're here.
All
and persons can actually come in and see us during that
All
time.
right.
They can actually walk in today and tomorrow if they want. Yeah.
All right. So if you're in Tobago, you can check out Edenites. They are on the ground in Tobago, you could WhatsApp them on 493-9196. That is 493-9196. And for those of you in Trinidad, of course, you could get in with them at 640-8985 or 613-7571. Guys, thanks a lot.
All right, blessings.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take a salt. I hear it good for the soul.
Yeah, I wanted to see the background. I wasn't see the background. I wanted to see behind you.
To see behind
you
me.
by the ocean?
Yeah, the ocean right behind you. Hearing the waves splashing in everything.
No, I just see the frame of the arm, the thing in the back
Oh, because all right, because we're on the Zoom. Now, but when you're going for Pony TV, you'll see it. All right. There.
All right, great.
Okay.
Enjoy.
All right,
enjoy.
fellas. Yeah, will do.
All right, later.
All right, so that is Dr. Thompson and Dr. Navarro there on the inside with us. And we have to go to a break. And this is going to be our final break this morning. And as we do so, I want to remind you about Steel Force Caribbean Limited. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, located at number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. And they are your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication, and erection. They also deal with pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, and these are all set at API standards. And they offer a wide range of services for residential, commercial and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So we want you to give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. It is Steel Force Caribbean Limited, reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. So make sure and check out Steel Force. And that's for people living in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. They're dealing with you regionally as well. And finally, I want to remind you to boost your immune system. Jameson. Yeah, man. If you're looking for that boost in the immune system, you got to get some Jameson, man. So Jameson immunity products, boost your immune system to fight off the seasonal sniffles. And you could get with their, you could pick up the Cold Fighter with Echinacea, the vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor. And for additional support, you could try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. So chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. And that's it. We take our final break. When we come back, we got 5 birthdays. We're going to get to that, and we're going to wrap things up for our first morning here in Antigua and Barbuda. Ah, boy, Carnival 2025, it's on. Stay tuned.
The most anticipated fete for Antigua Carnival 268, Deep Breakfast Fest. Deep Breakfast Fest. I come from when wrong used to carry it. We say welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. Sunday, August 3rd, 2025 at the spacious Splash Antigua. Remember, there's only one 268 Deep Breakfast Fest from 4 a.m. featuring artists from all over the Caribbean like Black Dad.
What's our blessing?
Burning Flames.
You got to be nasty, take it out right, dirty.
Farming Happy.
Oh Lord, that tongue's full. Oh Lord,
Claudette Peters.
We ain't going no place. We ain't going no place.
Plus, many more surprises. Get your tickets now at all leading outlet and online and ticketed events. Remember, there's only one 268 The Breakfast Fest. See you Sunday, August 3rd.
You'll find me and my friend and them because we was
Introducing Open Minds Primary School Lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
New York Carnival, aka Reactor, is celebrating 58 years. Join us August the 28th through September the 1st for New York Carnival Week in New York City.
I come from when Ron used to carry it.
With over 20 adult bands, over 30 junior bands, New York Carnival Week is something you cannot miss. The Mecca of Carnival, New York Carnival, kicking off August the 28th through September the 1st. We love New York Carnival. Remember to log on to the website, weatcarnival.org. Follow us on Instagram at New York Carnival. Experience the Mecca of New York Carnival. The Caribbean melting pot.
Look something to talk about.
August the 28th through September the 1st. Carnival Week in New York City. Join us for Culture Fest concerts, Panorama, and much, much more. New York Carnival, Junior Parade of Bands, and the 58th Annual West Indian Carnival Day Parade on Eastern Parkway. Join us for Viva la Carnival, the celebration.
All right, people, so we are back. We got some birthdays to deal with before we roll out this morning. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So let's get to that. So we're going to start with this birthday here. Good morning, Stefan. I would like to wish Rhea Roberts a happy belated birthday. She celebrated her birthday on Sunday, the 27th of July. May she live to see many, many more coming from Mom, Junior, Mark, that's now where? Yeah, Alberto and Jim. All right, so happy birthday going out to Rhea Roberts. Nice, man. Also, happy 23rd birthday to Brianna Alexander. And this is coming down from her entire family. So, Brianna, happy birthday to you. Hope you enjoy your day. Also, we would like to extend warm anniversary greetings to Amo or Amo and Bato Singh. I'm going with Amo and Bato Singh. Yeah? Amo and Bato. Bato B-A-T-O. And AMO is Amo or Amo? Yeah, Amo is Amo. Yeah, Amo and Bato Singh. All right? Yeah, they celebrated their 45 years of marriage on Sunday with love coming from their sister and brother-in-law, Shameen and Rashid. Happy anniversary to you guys. Also, happy second birthday to Lola. She celebrated her birthday on Sunday, July the 27th. And this is coming from Mom Shivana, Daddy Louis, and boyfriend Zeus. Wait, hold on. Oh, it's a dog. I'm not watching the picture. I see happy second birthday now to Lola. And then I see boyfriend Zeus. So I was like, wait, hold on. Two things jump out. Why does a 2-year-old have a boyfriend? And who does name the son Zeus? Right? So, you can name your son Zeus. Okay. Zeus is a good name. All right. And these greetings are coming, Doug, from Shivana, Daddy Louis, boyfriend Zeus, also from your neighbors, Orchid and Jade. Lola had a party today. A party? P-A-W, yeah, party. And finally, happy birthday to Bindya Ramcharan, celebrated 89 years from your husband Rudolph and your children Savi, Krish, Sita, Vish and Vidya, and all your grandchildren and great-grandchildren with all their love, thoughts, and prayers. Thank you for introducing Jesus to the family line and your faithful prayers for each of them. Nothing is more valuable. All right? And let me see. Okay. Proverbs 31:28-30. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Nice, man. So, I tell you what, that's it for the birthdays. We wrap up for today on Breaking Dawn. And this here was T-shirt mask. This was the fella that catch it. And the brethren and them tote him out. And they film him too. Watch my boy now recording him. Yeah, boy, this going up on the gram, boy. Be putting you on TikTok. You understand? Listen, when you're going out and you're coming to play mass anywhere, whether it's Antigua, St. Vincent, Trinidad, wherever, Grenada, wherever you go and play mass, drink responsibly. Don't be greedy. And don't start too early. Because when you start too early and you're greedy, you're going to miss everything. You understand? And then he started the carnival and he knocked out. Yeah, but the brethren and them rested down somewhere and then they went about the business. I ain't blame them. You not going to spoil my day for me because you chop it. Nah. I got, put him in the car. Put him in the backseat of the car. Yeah. You stay there, brethren. Go ahead. Sleep. Later. You understand? And bust out. So, yeah, man. But you have some good partners with him. Yeah, they make sure and tote him and make sure he's safe and everything. And then they went back. Good one, man. All right. So, I'll tell you what. That's it for us today. You see the blue water in the background? I'm going to run in that just now. So, I'm going to take a salt, take a soak. We're on the beautiful island of Antigua and Barbuda. I might make a call home using that phone booth. Yeah, you ever try to use it? The life? Huh? It don't work here. Well, if I don't want to get through to anybody home, I want to use that phone. At least they can't say I ain't try. I'll get Chris to record me. At least trying. I can say, well, I tried to call you, you know. All right, people, we're going for our breakfast. But I tell you what, this is what it's going to be like today, tomorrow, all the way to Friday, which is Emancipation Day. We will be on. Remember, that's a holiday, but we will be on. And we have a 4-hour show on Emancipation Day. Right. Friday's a 4-hour show. Then we have Saturday we're going to be on. We're going to be on Sunday. We're going to be on Carnival Monday, which is Kudu Monday. What is it? Kaduman is in Barbados. Why it is right? Monday morning Carnival in Antigua and Tuesday. Right, Kaduman is Barbados. I keep, yeah, but why time? Because we bringing Barbados too now. So I keep saying Kaduman now because I'm thinking Barbados too, but Obi will be on the ground for that. All right, so Obi gonna bring you all the action from Barbados, I believe from Wednesday. Right, so we're gonna have Obi on the show, zooming in and out, with the different events that he'll be, heading to. But we on Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, all the way to next week, Thursday, from Antigua, from this location. Yeah, Siboney is Siboney Resort or Siboney Hotel? So I get it totally wrong, as usual. It's the Siboney Beach Club, people, not resort, not hotel. It's the Siboney Beach Club, and we go in for a B that is called a breakfast, and then a bath. So, we gone later.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.